what's poppin'? It's the Young Lion, Sammie, man. Big Sammie in the building. And right now I'm rocking with my man, my brother, Duane. Love.
What's going on, everybody? Live from LA, we've got our boy, Sammie. What's going on, Sammie?
It's good, my brother.
How you doing?
Always great to see you.
It's always great to see you. We have not done this in person since
Savage Tour.
Savage Tour with Tank.
2017.
2017.
5
my
years
hometown.
ago. Yeah.
You killed that shit, and you just been consistently doing tour after tour after tour after tour.
Yeah, this is my third tour in a year, but that's my fifth or sixth world tour in the last 6 years.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
And God says it's your turn, man. It's your turn.
It is your turn. How does it feel to have really utilized the pandemic to your better and just like tour, record music, have, you know, an album ready that drops next year? You got a tour that's coming, RSVP's coming next year,
man.
You got the candle line. I mean, you got
it's a lot of stuff
a lot of good things. And a birdie told me you've got a hookah lounge that you invested into?
Yeah, invested into it last December. We're at the finish line of closing on the commercial building.
Nice.
And me and my other 3 business partners will hopefully launch top of the year. Do a soft opening in Atlanta, Georgia on the south side. I can't name the franchise yet, but yeah, definitely our own hookah lounge, bar, restaurant, tapas menu. I'm excited. I always wanted to venture out into like entrepreneurship outside of music. So now that music has taken its like, I guess autopilot type of route, I can tackle the candle business and have a restaurant, a hookah spot, and you know, see what else. You know, real estate is probably next for me. I always just it's time for the next like Diddy, Hove, or Hove should I say, or Nip. I'm big on ownership, man, and I'm 35. It's time to really diversify my portfolio and show the youth that we can own something.
So when you were growing up, did you ever think that like going from being signed to being independent, that this would be what your legacy would, you know, kind of start out to be? Because it's just started, bro. Like this is like,
I feel like I just got
it's heating up.
No, actually no. When you're 12 years old, you don't understand the business. You don't know what's going on. I just knew I could sing. I knew that the world loved me, and I loved music, and I loved how music made people feel. But, you know, being independent, I really had to get out the mud. It took 7 long years, you know what I'm saying, to truly start to see the fruits of my labor.
Right.
And to see the profit, you know what I'm saying, and to get out of the red. So now it's like a dream come true because I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what to sing about, what to write about, what to wear, what to talk about, what to post. It's truly me. And I think that's the beauty of my success, is that I'm not being anybody but myself.
Yourself.
There's nobody in these offices telling me talk like this, walk like this, you know what I mean? Do your hair like this, grow your beard like this. It's like, nah, I don't need to listen to nobody but God and trust the vision that He gave me. And those who don't get it, they don't get it. But God didn't give them the vision. I'll make them get it in due time.
Right. And you've been able to do that, especially with the latest project, Setting Sheets.
Yeah.
Like, how was the response to that? Because, I mean, that's the last project you put
up
this
in February 11th, actually, right before I went on tour with Eric Bellinger.
Right.
I just wanted to be vulnerable, but also blunt, you know what I mean, and bold. I've always played it safe, man.
Yeah.
But if
you were like, no more playing it safe on this project. I was like, what?
Yeah, when you have a song called Pussy Cry, there's no safety net there. But that's where I'm at, man. I'm dwelling in my like freedom. I can't explain it. It's more of a spiritual thing that's happening to me. But I don't think it's nothing I can do wrong. You know what I'm saying? In a sense of I'm living in my truths. It could be wrong to someone else, but if it feels right to me, it's right. And as long as I live boldly in that, people gravitate to realness. They gravitate to connectivity, and I'm not afraid to mess up out loud. I'm not afraid to make a mistake. I'm not afraid to say I'm flawed. And when you don't have those flaws or those fears, I think, you know, there is no limit. Sky is not the limit. There is no limit. There's nothing I can't do. So, Satin Sheets was just something I wanted to create, you know, for the bedroom, and to help people procreate and feel intentional doing so.
Right. So I know.
Stop looking at me like that.
But this new album that you've been working on is kind of still going in that same lane of direction, right? And even with RSVP, it's kind of like giving like that.
RSVP is definitely sexing a lot.
Sexy, Jodeci vibes. I know that's what you were telling me.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's just our own thing, man. Shout out to Ray J, my brother Pleasure, Bobby V. Shout out to Versus for putting us together, and the world putting us together. We have great chemistry actually in the studio.
It's probably
quiet as
it
kept.
might be.
Now we're dysfunctional. You know what I mean? It's hard to get everybody on the same page, but musically, we gel well.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's easy, man. And, you know, shout out to P. He's been actually the quarterback of the sound. And you know, if we can just get on one accord with scheduling and agreeing on a certain look, etc., will be something to be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
And what does that look ideally look like for each of y'all?
I mean, I think, you know, you have to factor in that we are all our own entities, like seriously as soloists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ray J is his own thing, Bob is his own thing, Pleasure is his own thing. I've been my own thing. So just trying to find the happy medium to where we are still able to be our individual selves, but gel as a group. Because that's how we were put together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This isn't where you have like a lead singer, then you get like a good dancer, and then the cool guy. No, this is 4 superstars or mega stars, whatever you want to call us, and you're trying to make us the Avengers. So we're just trying to find our.
The we saw was TGT.
Right, and you see, like, you know, I can say with this, and I don't know nothing about like the demise for real of TGT, like the truths of it. But we don't have, it's not an ego thing in our group. It's more just like we all are in our own world. You know what I mean? I was working on 2 Sammie albums before this, and I got the Candle line I'm pushing, and I got the lounge I'm trying to open. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going on tour. So like, Bob is on tour, Pleasure's on tour, and Ray J's filming. So it's just trying to get everybody still enough to execute RSVP.
I get what you mean, but you guys have been able to get a great start at it. So sound-wise, when you think about the start, like what producers have y'all gone in with?
Shout out to Troy Taylor. Shout out to Hitmaker. Verse Simmons came in and put his pen on some things. And then really Pleasure, like I said, he's the quarterback. He's been using a lot of his people, you know what I'm saying? And half the work be done when we get to the studio. One thing I will say about P is he's a studio rat, you know what I'm saying? He's probably in the studio right now, fresh off stage, recording something for us or himself. So we kind of got to show up, go through the music, see if we like it, and make it our own and take it from there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But do y'all ever bring anything as well that y'all have started to like craft like to it, or does he like pretty much like quarterback most of it?
Right now he's quarterbacking it, you know what I'm saying? He's a little very
hands-on.
But we let him have his way because, you know, the music is jamming. And it's one of those things like if it's not broke, you know, don't fix it. Type of situation, at least for this project, the first one.
Yeah. So it's EP, album?
We're looking at an 8-piece, so that's an EP.
Okay.
Hit them with an EP first, and then shake the world up with that, and then come back with the LP.
And then do a tour.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Tour be phenomenal. It'll be crazy, man.
So now with this tour, a lot of people have been saying that your meet and greet is the absolute best.
Yeah.
And I can agree with that.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel like every meet and greet experience through each tour has gotten better and better and better? Because you personally connect with your fans, whether it be online, like
I have
actually,
a different relationship with them,
like
that some people don't understand, but transparency has gotten me very far. Being vulnerable has gotten me very far. Some people would say as a celebrity, so to speak, and I hate that term celebrity for me personally, but they would say I'm too accessible. But I understand.
What's too accessible?
I don't know.
2022.
I don't know. Like back in the day when I came out, of course you had to only see us if you came to a meet and greet or a show or a signing. But now you have it's not even about the music anymore. The music is free. So anybody that's talking shit about first week numbers and all that, yo, if you pay $9.99 to any DSP, you get everybody's catalog, right? So like, who gives a shit about the music? They gotta care about you. Do they care that you like Fruity Pebbles in the morning? Do they care if you have a dog and you walk your dog? Do they care if you work out? Do they care about your lifestyle? And my fans care, so I show them as much as I can, and I protect the things that I don't want them to know about. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to keep some things sacred. But my meet and greets are very emotional for me, actually. You know what I'm saying? I be kind of like needing their energy just as much as they're excited to take mine in. Yeah. You know? So they've been keeping me going on this tour, and I'm just really full of gratitude and refreshed that some of these women, man, I've met 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. They're damn near on tour with me, and they'll still buy a meet and greet, and their reaction is still as though they met me for the first time. And that's something that I would never be able to mentally grasp, but I'm grateful for the way my Sammie lovers love me. You know, I feel like we've been in a relationship since I was 12 years old. I'm 35 now, so.
And it's crazy that you should say like having that type of relationship, because even like my close friends who have met you at these various tours that you've done, they've always said like, it just feels like the first time all over again. Like he's just so nice, he's so humble, and it's like they're seeing you for who you are, and they keep coming back every single time.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man, and I thank you. And again, I'm humbled and baffled at the same time, by the love. But it's a beautiful blessing.
So with Versus, because we talked about that. Actually, I said to
you said Versus?
Yeah, Versus. It's funny because I talked to Skinner. I was like, I think this Sammie can do his own arena tour. I feel like you can do it.
That's what I'm working towards. I understand that I've been independent for a very long time. I haven't had the commercial backing that a Chris Brown or a Trey Songz or a
Neo.
The
way that you perform and rocked
that
stage, and then how you carried Versus.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the world was watching the night of Versus, so I made sure that out of 6 superstars, you was gonna remember me, and that was the first time I got to be competitive. I wasn't competing tonight out there. I was just being Sammie.
Right.
But Versus is Versus, so I came to kill Ray J. I came to kill Bob. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We were there. Mics were on, but
I came with a different energy that night, and I think because I'm always like just poised and quiet and peaceful and godly, they didn't think that I was gonna come with that kind of energy. So it threw a lot of people off. But I had to, because I knew the world was watching, and it's changed my life in a beautiful way.
Yeah. And then you've got a project with Vito coming
up? Preliminary, but we've had some conversations. That's my brother. Shout out to Vito. Yeah, man.
How's that?
We talking about it.
Got in
already? I mean, he sent me a record, 2 records actually, that I'm about to, cut when I get off tour. Being on tour, man, I can't. I don't know. It's studio is like just stage.
Like I'm
in stage mode, and then once I get off stage, I can go back to the lab. But me and Vito have an EP we're gonna do collaboratively, and then like I said, the RSVP album, and then I'm working on Insomnia 2 for myself as well as Sunset. So like Insomnia 2 is like the darkest, but Sunset is like love. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to bring that love.
How long have you been working on Sunset?
2 years.
I was gonna say it's been
the
like
pandemic.
2 years.
Both projects I started. It's so funny, I've just been so busy, you know what I'm saying? I never thought it would be 2-3 years before I released an album, because I was so used to being consistent. But
you've been consistent.
I've been consistently on the road. Yeah. So once I slow down, whenever God puts it on my heart to get back in the lab and continue to piece together those projects, I definitely want to give it out to the world, for sure. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what else is next? I know I covered a lot asking you questions, but what is next that I don't know that they should know?
4 letters, rest. Rest, man.
Rest is good.
Yeah, I just want to rest, man. I pour so much into my fans. They pour into me. I pour so much into my family.
Yeah.
Recently, I found myself losing myself, you know what I'm saying? And mental illness is a thing.
Yeah.
Overworking yourself is a thing. So I just want to kind of like get off the grid for a minute, get back in the gym, get back into a routine, travel, get off social handles, and come back.
Somebody the same thing, like
come back full,
Right.
That's what I'm on,
and it's
for real.
Important.
Yeah, because if I'm not, at my best self, I can't serve the people who what they deserve. So for real, man. After this tour, man, I just want to just take a month or 2 to just breathe and rest. And then I'll come back, 2023, stronger and better.
Right. So my last question that is very important to all of us. As a black man, how important is it to really focus in on your mental health? I know we're talking about it right now, but for you, like how important, and what would you say to those who are dealing with mental health and, anxiety?
Yeah, man, I'm an advocate for therapy. Shout out to my therapist, Janet. She actually is out here in LA. Prayer, man, talk to the maker and keep talking until he talks back, and understand that even, it might be a silent whisper or a sign or a bird or a rainbow or something, but look for the subtle whispers of God. That's the only thing I can say is getting spiritually aligned and not being afraid to talk to somebody about what it is that you're battling internally, you know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be anything to be frowned upon. I think it's very imperative to understand that there's like a spiritual warfare going on. There's a light and then there's a dark, and if you don't recognize that, you can be submerged in the dark, and then sometimes that's when it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So those are my two things, therapist and God. I think that you can, and a therapist don't even have to be a professional therapist. A therapist can be your mom or your best friend or your sister. It's just somebody that you can confide in, and you feel that they're a safe space to just unleash things that you feel like is starting to suffocate you.
I feel that, because God is king.
Yeah, that's it, man. I skip the sage, I skip the crystals, I believe in all that, but at the same time, I skip all that and go to the source that created it, you know what I mean? So, God is first, and my therapist is second.
Right.
And then I just keep pushing forward every day.
Absolutely. Well, Sammie, thanks so much again, as always. Let the people know who aren't already following you, where they can follow you.
We keep it simple, man. SammieAlways.com, SammieAlways IG, SammieAlways Twitter. And then my Snapchat and my Facebook is Sammie Lee Bush, SammieLeigh
You still use Snapchat?
Kinda. I be abandoning it. You know, I thrive on IG. You know what I'm saying? That's really where my
that's
where my fans are.
Yeah.
You know, Twitter, we just talking to ourselves out loud pretty much. No one's talking back. Snapchat is just too much work. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm getting old, so I need like a 5-year-old to teach me TikTok. No, TikTok is crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm off.
Are you on TikTok yet?
Yeah, I have a TikTok. It's just never TikTok. I've never ticked the talk.
I never took the talk either. I had a friend tell me that worked for TikTok. He was like, yeah, you should post all your interviews on there. And I'm like,
yeah, show me.
I'm like, are y'all gonna verify me?
Right.
If I use it?
Right. No, but I do have a TikTok. I think it's Sammie Lee Bush as well. SammieLeigh but I've never posted and seen it, and yeah.
You gotta get a social media manager to help you.
On the TikTok, for sure.
On the TikTok.
I need some prayer and help and assistance on the TikTok.
Yeah.